How you doing? I'm Ryan, the living legend. The living legend. I did my stock on Nokia. It's a phone company, as you all probably know, back in the day when we were younger. They first started in 1865 with Frederick Eidenstam. First he built a wood mill in Switzerland, and then he finally made another one a few years later in 1871, and they first started making paper, which we all know was the first type of communication. Like they needed it for newspapers, for letters and stuff like that. And then later on, when technology grew up, they started in 1992 with their first handheld phone. But before this, they made phones in cars, like those big browser phones, usually for the military. In 1998, they were declared the world leader of mobile phones. Yeah, they were pretty big back then. September 2013, when they finally realized that their company is going down because Sprint, Verizon, and all these other companies came in, they signed with Microsoft, and now they're making like tablets and a bunch of other stuff. The only reason why I bought the stock was because I knew that they're coming out with new technology, and I also did a technical analysis on the chart. This is some of their phones. We all know the Windows phone. That's a new tablet they came out with, the keyboard, and this is a camera phone that they make, which I think is really dumb, by the way. The stock performance, it was pretty good. Like as you see, it started really low, and it was, I forgot what this is called, where it's like really constant for such a certain amount of time, and then it just broke, as we see here. It gave me $4,224. My next stock was Connie Technologies, which I had no clue about. It was actually a similar stock that was shown on Google, and I just clicked it because I saw the chart and I figured it was going up, so it'd go up, continue to go up with me. It's actually, it makes electrical vehicles, it makes ATVs, tricycles, a whole bunch of other vehicles like that. I couldn't find any history on it because it is a Chinese company, so I guess they have some censorship to their information. And it's in July 2012, they signed with one of the cities in China where they had to lease 20,000 cars, so they basically promoted their company. And later that next year, they signed with Shanghai, which is another city known in China, and they basically got $160 million to promote their company, to research and development their company, and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. And basically, I just did it off of technical analysis. These are some of the cars. This is an electrical car. That's the tricycle, the ATV, and the go-kart. And they're all electricity. Unfortunately, like way back here, it was going up, and then as you see, it kind of hit its peak, and then it just went down from there. And I lost $3,453. Yeah, that's pretty bad. We all kind of know Gildan, but we all don't really know Gildan because it's not a brand name company. Like people buy the shirts and they put like whatever they want on it. Like, they print stuff onto it. Like Mr. Granny probably used Gildan for his Neurosha High School Economics t-shirts, which he is selling for $15. It was first founded by Glenn and Greg Shamadi, I'm not going to say that name, in 1984, where they bought a knitting mill. And as I said, they make shirts, fleeces, sweatpants, a whole bunch of stuff like that. A lot of schools use them to buy them to put their names on it. There's a report by A.C. Nielsen where they were the leading distributor in 100% cotton t-shirts in the whole world practically. They also sponsored the New Mexico Bowl this past year, and I knew the company and I knew what they were doing in terms of what they sold and how they went about their business, and I also did it on technical analysis. And this is basically like they make blank clothing so that you can print stuff on it, in both men's and women's. I gained $30. It's like a Monopoly game. $30. Like I said, prior to this graph, it was going up. So I figured, why not buy it? And I also saw that it dropped here, and then it went back up, and I got $30. It was really constant at the time. I guess I looked at a 6-month chart instead of a 3-month chart. This company, I actually didn't know what it was about up until last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's a fashion company, but they also print and manufacture like business forms. Like if you ever need a business letter, they print that for you, or envelopes that you want specialized. they print that for you, but they also specialize in apparel. There wasn't that much information I could find because, again, it was like a fashion website that I had to go to, so they only showed most of their artwork and whatnot. And this was basically, I bought it off of technical analysis. But I also like art, so I figured I should have it. I lost $456. I don't remember what the graph looked like on this, but they did pay me a 10-cent dividend, so I was good. This is another company that I had no clue was a fashion company. I actually thought it was a health company, but ended up being another fashion company. And it started in 1942 where these three brothers basically bought a manufacturing company for military uniforms it first started out with. And then I guess they moved on to like owning other separate companies, so they couldn't design for themselves. So they bought Tommy Bahama, Little Pulitzer, and Ben Sherman. This is a girls company, and those are, I think that's a golfing company, and this is a men's apparel company. Yeah. And it was reported in January 18, 2012 that they had 96 Tommy Bahama stores, 16 Little Pulitzer stores, and 16 Ben Sherman retail locations. And these are their symbols. Actually, this was the other stock that I probably only gained money besides the $30. It started off pretty low, and then it gradually rose up throughout the product. Mr. Green.
So if you were to buy stocks in the future with real money, would you use technical analysis or have a different method for picking them?
Well, most likely probably yes, because I'm a lazy person. But I would also look more into the company than I did when I first picked these stocks, because I literally just saw similar stocks and I saw the graph and I said, yeah, I'll just pick this one.
Tell us more about Nokia. I know they have this Lumia 760.
Well, they recently just came out with tablets, and they were probably the first company to invent the tablet or come up with the idea or promote the tablet. And when that happened, Microsoft jumped on it right away. Like, they were like, I need this, I want it, it's something new, people are going to be into it, because the only thing previous to this was the iPad. And basically, other companies figured, I'm going to make something similar to that, but it's going to be more of like a portable computer as opposed to a laptop. As you saw, they had a keyboard with it.
And moving forward, which of your 5 stocks do you think will do the best?
Out of the 5 stocks, I would have to probably say Nokia, because they're back in the business. Like, there was a time from like the 2000s to probably just recently where they were gone. Like, I remember seeing those unbreakable phones, like those cheap phones that mostly drug dealers walked around with. And I just noticed that they stopped making phones and all that, and then they came out with the Windows Phone. That's when they first started coming back. And then the software on there was supposedly good, but nobody really took interest to it because we all like Apple, I guess. We all like Apple phones. They're more appealing to us and whatnot, because the Windows Phone is just like a screen, and it's very big. Also, I forgot what your question was.
Which stock do you think is going to do best moving
Yeah,
forward?
probably Nokia, and then I don't really know much about other companies, but I'm guessing Connie, that's the Chinese technology stock, because electrical cars is probably the new thing coming out right now, and everybody's trying to perfect them, trying to get them out now. As you saw with Tesla, but they did pretty much a bad job.
And do you think, Ryan, that you'll be an investor in your adult life with real money, or do you think this will be it for you?
I think I'll put leisure money into it. Like, if I had money to play with, I would definitely put money into the stock, but not as big as $100,000. I don't think so.
And what are your future plans professionally? What are you hoping to do next few years?
Well, I would like to be a director for filmmaking. My mom's shoving nursing school down my throat, so I might do that first for like 2-3 years, and then have a sustainable income coming in, and then I'll go into film school for that.
Well, regardless of what career you go into, there's always stock opportunities. You could be working in a hospital as a nurse, and you could see a new product, whether it be a type of glove, a type of syringe, a type of cleaning agent, and that might be the next hot thing, and you can invest in it. So I hope this stock project will give you that foundation, so you one day will be ready to pounce on a great investment opportunity.
Thank you.
Let's give it up for Ryan Gill.